In this video, we're going to build trading comparable model. As you can see, we have 4 comparable companies: Coca-Cola, Monster Beverage Corporation, Pepsi-Cola, and National Beverage Corporation. The goal is to value Coca-Cola based on the valuation of the other companies. As you can see, we already found out and calculated share price, market cap value, which is equity value, enterprise value, and last 12 months an estimation for the following years for sales or revenue, EBITDA, EBIT, and earnings per share. So the first 3 steps I filled up in this model, and now we are going to complete the step number 4, which is multiple statistics here. The first multiple we're going to fill up is enterprise value divided by sales. So I'm going to input this formula in the cell E14. My enterprise value for Coca-Cola is in the cell D6, and I want this formula that I will create to flow perfectly down the rows, but I want the column D to be anchored, so when I fill it to the right, it's not flowing there. So with F4 function for shortcut, it's a toggle, so F4 3 times. My dollar sign is in front of column D. Perfect, I like that. So I'm going to divide that by the last 12 months of sales, which is in the cell E6. I love the formula. I'm going to click enter. And now I'm going to fill it to the right and down, shift right arrow, down arrow. And since I already have the borders, I don't want to screw them up. I can't use Control R, Control D, because it would take the format and it would take away my borders I have here. So the shortcut I'm going to use is F2 function 2, and then Control Enter. And as you can see, quickly the formula is filled up in all the cells and perfectly flowing here. Wonderful. Next is next multiple is enterprise value divided by EBITDA. Same logic. I'm going to take enterprise value. I'm going to anchor column D with F4 function 4 shortcut. I'm going to divide it by EBITDA. Last 12 months, Coca-Cola, shift right arrow, down arrow, F2 function 2, Control Enter. Next will be EV, or enterprise value divided by EBIT multiple. So again, I'm going to go to EV, F4, F4, F4 to anchor it, divided by EBIT last 12 months for Coca-Cola, shift right arrow, down arrow, F2 function 2, Control Enter to fill it up. And then my PE ratio, which is price to earnings ratio. So I would take price per share and divide it by earnings per share. Let's do it. My price per share I'm going to find in the cell B6, and I'm going to anchor the column B with F4 function again, divided by earnings per share. Here we go, the formula is ready. Again, shift right arrow, down arrow, F2 function 2, Control Enter to fill it up. Beautiful, my multiple analysis is completed. Now I'm gonna find high, low, and mean for each multiple and compare it with Coca-Cola. And after that, I will interpret their output and select a valuation range. In our case scenario, I'm gonna take enterprise value by LTM EBITDA multiple and calculate an implied enterprise value based on that. Let's do that in the following video.